Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Wholesale Dropshipping Champions. This is Jason from Dropshipping University. In the last episode, I talked about the 7 distinct advantages of selling products in a given niche. If you haven't seen that episode, go ahead and click the link above to catch yourself up, because in this episode, we're going to talk more about niches. I've had a lot of people reach out to me recently, and they keep asking me, where do I start? I don't know what industry to sell in. I don't know what niche to sell in. I like this thing. I like that thing, but I don't really understand why I should be selling a product in this niche or why I should be selling a product in that niche. They just don't have the guide. And that's what I'm going to give you guys is a guide. I'm going to give you a 4-part guide, basically, that you should use or keep in mind when you're deciding a niche to sell in, okay? The number one most important thing is you need to ask yourself, are you passionate about this niche? If you're not passionate about the niche, it's not a long-term solution. You're going to fall out of love with the products that you're selling in that niche in 6 months, a year, okay? Because that's what happens. I've done it before. I've made that mistake of selling products and focusing on a niche that I really wasn't truly passionate about. So you need to ask yourself, are you passionate about this niche? Because if you're not going to be able to build a long-term business out of it or a long-term brand out of that niche, okay? Number 2 is, are you knowledgeable about it, okay? Those two things aren't exactly the same. You can be passionate about something and not be knowledgeable about something, and vice versa. For example, I'm very passionate about drinking beer, but I'm not very knowledgeable about it. I couldn't tell you the difference between an IPA and a porter. Okay, so you need to ask yourself, are you knowledgeable about the product base and are you passionate about it? Those are the 2 most important things. The 3rd most important thing is if this is an emerging industry or a dying industry. If it's an emerging industry, that's awesome. That's what you're looking for, is an emerging industry, emerging market, okay? But if it's a dying industry or a dying market, you want to run as fast as you humanly possibly can from that niche. Don't get yourself caught up in a dying industry, okay? You don't want to be selling VHS tapes. That's just the first thing that came to mind when I thought of obsolescence or obsolete technology. I mean, there's just tons and tons of obsolete technology, or you can tell that the trend is downward. You want to avoid anything with a downward sales trend. Now, a couple of things about this. If you're looking to find software, for example, that can give you indications about a niche, there's plenty of software out there to do it. First place that I would start is Google Trends. Go to Google Trends and you can put in keywords and see what the trends are since 2004 to date. You can break it down by month, you can break it down by year, day. It's a great tool to see what the general search trends for a given target keyword is, okay? And another thing that you could do for software is Zik Analytics. There's tons of product research that you can do with Zik Analytics, and you can see what the sales history of a product is on eBay using Zik Analytics. Very great tool, and I probably should make a video about Zik Analytics for this channel, and I think I might at some point, just because so many people have asked me about it. And if you're looking for another software specifically for Amazon, you could use Keepa, K-E-P-P-A. It's a Chrome extension, and it'll give you the bestsellers ranking, BSR, for a given ASIN, okay? So you can actually see it plotted out on a graph on the listing page on Amazon, and you can see what the trend is of that product, okay? So that's some software that you can use, because we don't want to be guessing if this is an emerging market. We need to go off of raw data. We need real analytics to go off of to make those types of educated guesses, or to make some type of smart decision on this. So that's number 3. Number 4 is the last one. Does it make logistical sense to sell the products in that niche, right? You might be very passionate and you might be very knowledgeable about cars, for example, but are you going to be selling cars online? No, not at least probably not in my lifetime or your lifetime, okay? It just doesn't make sense logistically to ship cars. It's too expensive, they're too heavy, and it's one of those things that you need real economy of scale and it's something that is done locally. You're going to be having all your customers coming and buying the cars locally. You're not going to be shipping those. It's not suitable for an online marketplace, okay? And also, I guess for logistical sense, is this product something that you can ship through state lines? There's some products that you can't ship over state lines. There's restricted products. So in that sense too, does it make logistical sense, right? Those are the 4 things that you want to keep in mind. Are you passionate about the niche? Are you knowledgeable about the niche? Is it an emerging market? And does it make logistical sense? Those are the 4 main things to keep in mind. Write those down anytime you're going to look into selling products from a given niche. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all the support. This channel has grown a ton, and if you get a chance, please hit the subscribe button, like, and comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.